It's a good day to be Naomi. Is it a good day to be you? Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's a good day to be you. I don't know why I'm so excited today. So, let me tell you guys a quick story. I went to go show, after shooting like a couple of videos this morning for YouTube, I went to go show like a house. And man, sometimes you meet some awesome people in life. You meet great human beings, good human beings in life. Met this couple's amazing couple. Like, we automatically just became friends. You know, they were like, we need to go have lunch. So I told them, I said, you know, let's have lunch another time. And really good people. I don't want to go into too deep into it, but my smiles will get me in a lot of places, will open great doors for me, because I'm a people's person. And I know people are always like, do you smile every time? Yes, I do. What's there not to smile? God is good. You know, I'm grateful every day just for giving me life, for giving me air to breathe, to being able to wake up and breathe. Life is good. God is good. You know, I'm not a complainer. So this couple's really great couple. Happy to have met them. They are my clients. They're not my customers in real estate. They're my clients now. You know, and it looks like they're going to be buying that home. I hope so, because that's some money in my pocket. Really wonderful couple. It's always good, like when you're a good human being, just be a good human. When you're a good human being, you attract good human beings too. No fake people, no fake human beings, good human beings. I always tell people, just be a good human. That's all I ask for, because that's what you're going to get from me, being a good human. And they were good human beings, because I'm pretty good at reading people's characters. The moment I see you, if we click, we click. If we don't click, we don't click. And for something funny enough, I have some clients, they're my clients, but we don't click. It's just, let's do business and keep it going. And then sometimes I meet some clients and we click right away. Does that happen to you guys? You go about your day, you go to work, you meet people, you go to lunch, you go to dinner, you go to events and you meet people. And there are sometimes you meet people and you guys just click. And you'll be like, whoa, that's crazy. And then you guys end up being friends for the rest of your lives. I hope this client that I met today, because the wife kept saying, we're friends now, we're friends. And then the husband is like, you are a good person, because she usually doesn't make friends like that. She's always like very close off, back off, like, hey, I'm here to do business, or I don't want no friends. Because the wife kept saying, we're friends, we have to go to lunch, we have to, because I was just giving her the lowdowns of Austin, Texas, and, you know, some of the who is who of Austin and what goes on in Austin, Texas, and athletes, some professional athletes that lives here, and, you know, some actors and actresses, schools. You know, I meet these people like through like my daughter's schools, like sports. So they were like, she's nice, very beautiful lady too, beautiful, you know. I love looking at pretty women. No, I'm not a lesbian. I have nothing against gays, lesbians, love everybody. I don't care. But I'm not a lesbian, but I admire beautiful women. I just admire women. Beautiful, we're beautiful creatures. Women, we are beautiful creatures. Like the way God created us, I don't know how to explain it. Like you see some women, sometimes women have complimented me several times when I'm out. And I also compliment other women. I have no hate, no jealousy in me. To each his own, right? So, beautiful lady too. Dressed to the nines, showed up and showed out. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. And before I talk about Wendy and Giselle, Real Housewives of Potomac, have you guys seen this Trump? Should I talk about that? The real estate, when you buy a home, instead of 30 years and 15 years as a real estate. I was going to make a separate video of that. So I'll just do Giselle / this maybe as a title. Right now you get 15 or 30 years to pay off your mortgage, right? Trump's Trump, they're thinking about moving it to 50 years. 50. I'm glad I have my home now. So I'm like, if you move it to 50 years, and mind you, I know some people are going to be thinking, right? Like, oh, if they move it to 50 years, it's better because maybe lower interest, right? And then maybe you pay lower mortgage. No, mind you, don't, I know people were calling like, what do you think about it? I'm like, you're going to be paying more. If it's 50 years, you're going to be paying more at the end of the day. Your mortgage is going to be more, if not this almost the same as that 30 years, or it's going to be a little bit more than the 30 years. So why 50 years? It makes no sense. So I'm like, and the age right now, they also said the age right now, people buying their first home now is 40 years old. Before, it used to be like late 20s, early 30s. It's 40 years old now, and I believe it because as a real estate agent, people are barely buying homes now. People are renting way more. Renting homes, not even apartments. People are renting homes way more than they're buying homes. I'm telling you guys what's going on. People are renting homes way more than they're buying homes. And if you move it to 50, okay, imagine the average age now of owning a first home, of you buying your first home, saying this was my first home that I ever got, is 40 years old now. So if they move it to 50 years mortgage to pay off your mortgage for your home. So if you bought a home at 40, you will be 90 years old when you pay off your mortgage. And how many of us are going to be here at 90 when the average age of living in the United States is about 77, 78 years old. In between 77, 78. Last time I think I read that about a week or two ago. I was talking about something about African rate, like their lifespan average. America was about 77, 78, between 76, 77, 78. I think the American men in the United States were a year lower than the women, about 77, 78 years old. So, if your mortgage, when you get a mortgage on your home, right? You're looking to, your wish is to pay it off before you leave this earth, right? So imagine buying your first home now at 40 and you have a 50 years mortgage. So you have 50 years to pay off your mortgage. You're not going to pay it off. If you don't get to live till age 90, why buy that home? Seriously. When you're never going to be able to pay it off and you don't even know if you're going to live up to 90 years old. So what do? You rent. And if they start putting, now people are renting more homes than they're buying homes. If they end up saying you have 50 years to pay off your home loan, your mortgage, that's even going to be worse. Now, most people are not going to want to buy a home if you really understand how this works. Most people are just going to end up renting. Like, why do I have to own a home? Because mind you, at this point, if you can't pay off your mortgage before you die, you're basically renting. Even if you say, oh, I bought that home, is it really your home? A home that you're never going to be able to pay off. So you're renting, but you're not renting from the owner of the home. You're renting from the bank, which the bank owns the home, right? Are you guys following what I'm saying? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong or I'm right? Or I'm somewhere in the middle? This is just what I think. No, it's not because I already own my home, but this is what the news is saying. Saw it on CNN, saw it on another news media. When I saw that, I was like, this was like a couple of days ago. I was like, what? People are never going to be able to pay off their... So basically, you're just renting your home from the bank. You're renting your home at the end of the day. So what's the use? You don't, why will I want to get something that I'm never going to, why will I want to take out a loan? It's like a car loan, a home loan that I'm never going to be able to pay off. That's renting. So I just thought I should talk about that. What do you guys think about that? I think that's crazy. They should leave it at 15 or 30 years. That still gives people home. It encourages people to still own their home. I know a lot of 40-something years old people, they still rent it, they don't own a home. And I don't have a problem with owning a home or renting. Sometimes when I look at my home now, I'm like, oh, I love when I was renting. Because when I was renting townhomes, right, years ago, you get to call them when something is wrong with the home, with the townhome. You call the front desk or you call the property management people. Hey, something is wrong with this one. Oh, we're gonna send somebody there. Hey, so something is not working. Oh, we'll send someone there. No, you don't send someone. You pay for everything. You have to. My handyman comes. Every time he shows up, I pay for something. And depends on what it is. And sometimes, if he's not able to, I have to hire someone, and they tell you it's by hour. So it's good to own a home. It's good for you to have your own home, but sometimes I regret it. Like there are some things I'm like, man, I don't want to do that, you know. And renting, there's nothing. I rented for a long time, college up till like in my early 30s, rented, and it was fun, it was amazing. Sometimes I still wish I was renting, seriously. So either way, both are good. But if they switch it to 50 years to pay off your mortgage, whew, Lord, what do you guys think about that? Like, let's chat, let's discuss. Let me know what you guys think. Do you own a home? Are you renting? There's nothing wrong with owning a home or renting. I don't care. There are people that have so much money and they have properties, but the property that they live in, they rented it. And there's some people that they have money. So some people think you own a home. That means you have money. Yeah, maybe a little bit, depends on your house, how much it's worth. And some people just want to own a home because they can afford it, whatever homes that they get. And there are some people that have money, they don't own no home. They're just comfortable with renting. And they want to be able to just, hey, my lease is about to expire, I'll break their lease and move on to something else. When you own a home, sometimes you have to be able to sell that home in order for you to move to another home or move on. Sometimes it takes a long time for you to sell that house. So there are like advantages and disadvantages of owning and renting and things like that. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think about this 50 years mortgage payoff. And I think it's crazy that now the average age to owning a home is 40 years old. Oh, God help every one of us in the United States of America. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. I remember a long time ago, my friend graduated college. She got a job. By 24, 25, by 24, 23, she got her first townhome. By 25, 26, she got a home. I had a few friends then, but I was renting. 24, 25 then. If you remember, just 2000 and... Let me know how old you guys were when you got your first home. I know but when we were like in our 20s, a lot of my friends got their first townhomes, penthouse, homes. Like homes. 20s, mid-20s, 23, 24, 25. You get your first job when you graduate college, 22, 23. You save up. You get a car that you've always wanted to get. You get a home. Or you get a townhome in Chicago. Because I grew up in Chicago. I went to college in Chicago. You get a townhome, you get a penthouse, or you get a home. Depends on which area. But now, 40 years, it's like it kept moving. A lot of people people that I knew that owned like penthouse, townhomes, especially townhomes, really nice townhomes. Like bragging, like, yeah, I own a home. But now, everybody's renting. And like I tell when people, sometimes some of my clients is like, I don't know if I really want to buy a home or I just want to rent the home. And I tell them whichever one is good. Because if you know you're really not ready to buy a home, just rent and then see how it feels. Sometimes it's good to rent a home and see how much you can manage it. Sometimes I tell some of my clients to rent for a year or two and see how you manage that house. If it's really what you can do, if it's really what you guys want. Or you just want to rent it. Because when you rent, most of the time, the landlord takes care of everything. Because you're just paying rent. And most of the things, they take care of it. Something is wrong, a home, a big home. Something is wrong, you call the landlord, she sends, or he sends the handyman. He sends somebody. They send somebody to come fix the home. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a good idea or is a bad idea? They should leave it at 15 years or 30 years, or no, it's okay, they should move it to 50. How does it benefit you? Let me know, okay? Now let's talk about Giselle. Hold on, guys, okay? I'm reading something. I love you for watching. Stay. Let me quickly put this down, please, before I forget. Bear with me. Okay? Just